Hi, this is Larissa from Stainless, and this is We Go to 11.
Radio Amor.
Why don't you just make 10 louder and make 10 be the top number and make that a little louder?
These go to 11.
All right. So, hey, thanks so much, Larissa, for a few moments of your busy day. I'm sure like, at this time of the evening, I'm sure it's been a long day already. But so we're here to talk about Stainless, and you guys have a new record coming out. I think it's March. Is it March 20th? Right? Correct.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
you got it.
it's just around the corner, not too far out from now.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's been a long time coming.
So tell us, I guess where to begin. First of all, the record is Lady of Lust, and again, March 20th is the release date. How long has this been in the making?
It's been in the making pretty much since January of last year.
Mhm.
And we kind of gave ourselves like a 4-month period to finish everything. We had a whole new member change. So it actually, Jamie, my guitar player, he actually did pretty much everything besides the bass on the record, besides the singing as well. And yeah, we were able to get it done in a amazing period of time somehow. But I'm excited for it to actually be out in the World Series because it was we put a lot of love into this one.
Right. Tell me a little bit about the band and history. Now, I'm in Oregon as well. I'm down the gorge, so not too far away. And so for me, I think I discovered you guys through Bandcamp, which, as you oftentimes discover new bands. And in fact, I got the CD that you guys, and I actually got it through Bandcamp.
We actually just ran out of those. That's
Yeah,
funny.
so I managed to snag one before you guys were all out. So and that's how I discovered the band. But give us a little bit of back history, because I'm even shocked myself that I don't believe I've ever seen you guys live, which I'm hoping that to change here soon.
Yeah, we actually have a show coming up soon, but yeah, we had a whole new member change, like I was saying. But it's honestly, it's worked out for the best, and I'm excited to write with all our new members and whatnot. It's very exciting. I feel like it's everything it should have been all along, I suppose. Yeah.
So what can people familiar with the band, what can they expect on this particular record? I've gotten a chance to listen to it through the advanced from Dustin and stuff, and I'm geeked about getting a physical copy of it.
Yeah, no, I think that like I've said in a couple other interviews, I think that there's something for everyone on this album. It's kind of hard to place us because you have the more heavy metal kind of, if you were to analyze it, and then you have a ballad, you have some more kind of accept kind of like rock and roll kind of vibes. So and like even some bluesy elements in there. So it's kind of like a bit of everything, which I think is exciting. And it's maybe it might not work out in our favor in the future, just like having it hard to place us and whatnot. But I think that I'm really excited to share this because it has a lot of different elements and see what people are most drawn to out of this, all the songs as well. I'm actually quite curious. So.
Right. Tell me about the bluesy influence. Like what inspired that? What do you think brought that out from you guys as far as your particular influences and stuff?
I think that, well, me and Jamie have quite similar music tastes. And we both like love guitar players such as Robin Trower and whatnot, and we just kind of wanted to I think we were able to kind of start from scratch in a sense due to the new member change. So I think we wanted to kind of put into this what we were able to do before. So we're kind of playing around with different sounds and ideas, and yeah, we have like endless amounts of different tastes when it comes to especially like rock and roll and bluesy.
Yeah.
We even have some like kind of some Skinner influence and whatnot in there, which is fun. Yeah.
Nice. And you guys have stuck. I mean, I know I hear a lot of the like you said, a lot of this have traditional heavy metal. I mean, you
Yeah.
mentioned Accept. I think a lot of like maybe even new wave of British heavy metal. To be honest, I mean, and that's all cool stuff because I think even that's. You see a lot of bands, younger musicians, then doing something similar to that particular sound, and that's kind of opened the eyes and ears, I think, to a lot of younger listeners that then go back and check out bands that have those kinds of influences. So with yourselves, though, I mean, you've stuck to the formula, which is what I really enjoy is the shorter album. I think you've got 8 tracks on this one in particular. Was that by design or is that just how it turned out?
I mean, it did. We were going to put some more on there, but it did end up going to, I think, about like a half hour or so. Our other ones are actually a lot shorter.
Mhm.
So this one's finally a full length. And if we're wanting to tour and whatnot, we had to bring something such as that to the table. Our previous record, we actually cut 4 songs from. So,
Gosh, but I like it. I mean, I like that
I think-
shorter. I mean, I guess my logic is, and I don't know if you would agree. I mean, if you have less stuff on there, there's less chance that there's going to be filler stuff.
exactly. Yeah. That was kind of the point. We were hoping that every song kind of has its own, every song for it to be a banger, I guess, of sorts.
Yeah,
So,
there you go.
yeah.
Yeah, and I'm excited. I mean, like you said, there is a little bit. It is somewhat eclectic, I think, as far as the different musical things that might draw in different people. Like you said, somebody may go for the ballad and then discover the rest of the stuff, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's kind of the plan. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So as far as the things go, I mean, you said what's the game plan going forward in terms of promotion? Obviously, you're doing interviews, and like you said, you have a show coming up. And then what's the game plan? I'm guessing a band like yourselves, you probably have a decent following in Europe. I'm guessing.
Yeah, well, we are on High Roller Records, which is based out of Germany. So, I honestly think that after having this album be put out, it's going to open the door for a lot more opportunities because it's kind of hard to get booked, per se, even at fests and whatnot, when we only have 6 songs on our on any platform. So I think it's going to open the door to be able to even tour Europe or just kind of show everyone what we have to offer more so this go around. So I'm excited to see where that goes. And yeah, I think that we'll be booking a tour within no time, probably more so on the East Coast, but yeah,
Nice.
just see where.
Yeah. So as far as this point, I mean, what are some of the bands that you guys have supported? I'm just kind of curious. Like I said, I have not caught you guys live, and I hope that to change here in the near future.
We got to play with Girl School at Dante's, which was amazing. Amazing live, and I've always been a huge fan. Got to play with Raven and Riot Act. Our dear, I don't know, I'm sure you know Donovan from around here. We're actually playing with them next month, April 24th, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, the bands are supported. Girl School definitely being one of my favorites. Of
Dang.
course.
Now that Girl School show, I think that's when they had Alcatraz also. Was that when they had Alcatraz also? Somewhere?
Yeah, there was like 4 bands on
Yeah.
the bill, and I think one of them, yeah.
And then you mentioned Raven. Was that the one that was at the Bossa Nova?
No, that one was also at Dante's, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm trying to think. I was like, I know I missed the Girl School, and I was kicking myself for that because there was something else happening that evening. And I know I missed Raven last go round. I know I'm not going to miss them this go round.
Yeah, coming this month.
Mhm.
There's a lot going on this month, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of shows coming up, but yeah, I'm just kind of surprised I haven't caught you guys on one of those gigs where you guys were supporting. So I'm guessing game plan for anything there regional out in our area. I mean, what do you think as far as any upcoming shows potentially?
Honestly, it is kind of harder for it to get us all together because we do have a bandmate. He's in Christian Mistress and he lives up in Seattle. And he's actually going to be touring. I think he's actually on tour in Europe right now. Can't keep track. Um, and then Charlie, our new drummer, he actually plays for Incantation and Morbid Angel, so he's like always touring also. So we just gotta, now that we have 5 band members and a lot of the inactive bands, of course, it's kind of hard for us to all figure out dates. But yeah, we do have that one coming up, and then like I said, after that record comes out, we're gonna, I'm sure, be getting a lot of opportunities, which I'm excited about. And yeah, just kind of see what works for everyone, which is easier said than done, but
Sure.
be done.
Right.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
literally, yeah.
As far as the album, I mean, I know probably Amazon's a way to get it, right? But I'm guessing locally, I'm sure like Music Millennium will have it, I'm guessing, and probably Everyday Music and the website,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. And like High Roller, you can get it through them or Bandcamp and whatnot. Yeah, we'll have it up a couple different places. I'm sure you'll see it around town as well.
Nice.
Or come get it. Go get one there.
Yeah,
Never
that'd be
met one,
awesome.
but
That would be awesome.
not
Yeah.
bad.
So, okay. So for yourself, as far as influences personally, I mean, who or what has influenced you?
I mean, I've been compared to Leather Leone multiple times, and Plasmatics is. I've been compared to Wendy O a lot as well, which is actually where I started singing, was in a Plasmatics cover band. Yeah, I mean, and even girls' school too, just like women in heavy metal and hard rock and whatnot. It's like, it's kind of hard to be a woman and not just be, people be like, oh yeah, get a load of this girl. It's a female fronted band, like it's a genre kind of thing. It's like,
Right.
yeah, they see a play and they're like, oh shit, she can actually perform, Yeah, just like tough women like that, I mean, have influenced me. Yeah, I mean, yeah, both
Yeah, Plasmatics, and I've been going through a Plasmatics kick, and even dug into the Wendy O solo catalog. I mean, how well do you know the solo stuff?
the solo song, not as much as I should, but I was
Yeah.
actually watching interviews of her before I hopped on this one. So
Oh, okay, nice. I would check out that record that she worked with Gene Simmons. I know we're talking about some of the
yeah.
eclecticness. I mean that's like that's like an edgy hard rock record.
yeah, she was amazing. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. And okay, so as far as things go with potential tours, I mean, who do you think you guys would slot in well with as far as any of these underground bands that are out and about now touring?
I would say, like, let me think, for even like just like an American tour, it'd be great to go in with Mean Mistreater, which are a
Okay.
good friend of mine, or Killer Kin. There's this band I just found on High Roller, actually, on the same label as us, called Fortress. I don't know exactly where they're from. I actually just heard of them.
Okay.
But yeah, so some bands like that. A lot of them are on the East Coast, and that's kind of, we actually have yet to play the East Coast, so I'm really interested in going over there
Nice.
and ending up back over here with one of those bands. That would be good. Or Tower is actually another good
Oh.
one too.
Okay.
If you haven't checked them out, you should.
Okay. I'm going to check out those two bands you just mentioned.
Yeah,
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, Meat Reader, Killer Kin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I'm familiar with Christian Mistress. I didn't know that they were still
Yeah.
active actually.
Yeah, Seattle based. Yeah. Yeah. Our guitar player, Eric, he's in that band. Yeah, I think they're on tour or they're just about to go on tour.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Nice. And you
Yeah,
said
but-
this East Coast run will be the first time you guys are on that side of the country, huh?
We don't have a tour booked currently, but I would like to
Oh,
do the East Coast.
that's the dream to do the East Coast. Any particular venues that you would have in mind? I mean, I'm sure you probably have a few selected places where you'd be like, man, I'd love to perform there.
Not overly. I mean, also I'm from Canada too. Keep in mind, so it's like kind of still kind of figure out what the fuck's what down here.
Right.
So,
All right. So how long have you been in the States and in Oregon, I guess in particular?
since like it was during COVID, it was like
Okay.
2021. Yeah, yeah.
What
Yeah,
a
2020.
what a hell of a time to wind up in the US, huh?
Yeah, you're telling me, man.
So how did you maneuver that? Because again,
Oh,
just anybody that worked a 9 to 5, office gig, it put a dent in that. So as far as music, I mean, that totally shut that down.
I mean, yeah, I moved down here through marriage. We're still dear friends, but it was my partner of 5 years and we were separated by the border. So we had no idea how long we were gonna be separated for. So we decided to get married at the border, which was
Mm.
its own wild fucking thing. So yeah, and yeah, we're not together anymore. We haven't been for years, but him is his new partner. They're amazing. I love them both. So they're like family to me, which is great. But yeah, I actually played in a goth band up in Canada called Fault, which is now still active. My friend actually took over singing, my friend Sophie.
Mm.
But that's how Stainless found me. I didn't know anyone in Stainless. I didn't know anyone's names or anything really. And they saw one of my music videos we made during COVID up in Canada. And yeah, they tried me out with they got me to, what was it, learn a US song, Lights Out,
Oh wow.
and Culture of the King. Those are the two I tried out for Stainless with. Yeah.
Oh wow. So those were the audition tunes, huh?
Yeah.
Now, did the breakup inspire any kind of lyrics or potential song ideas or anything? I mean, I'm thinking that would probably inspire something.
I mean, no, like it was I had like huge writer's block for a while after all that, I feel like, honestly. Um I even considered still staying in my old band Halt, which is kind of, I mean, it would be hard because there's a border between us. We ended up playing a show down here even, but I just like felt like I was a shell of a human a little bit for a while there. I didn't really, wasn't inspired at all, which, but yeah, on this record, I feel like even after writing the record, I'm continuously writing now, which is great. So I'm excited to see where it goes with the next album. I think it'll be even more powerful in its own sense, because I think we're kind of more so finding where we want to go with this, and the options feel like a bit more like limitless,
Right.
which is exciting.
Right.
Yeah.
As far as, I mean, are you the primary lyricist, I'm guessing? Yes.
Me and Jamie write everything together, though. This
Okay.
whole record, even did the drums on it, which is insane.
Oh, jeez. So
Yeah.
as far as that, I mean, when how receptive are you to feedback related to lyrics and melodies and what phrasing and whatnot?
I feel like because a lot of this was written like, well, the first time I sang a lot of stuff was in the studio, which was wild. So melodies I was open to, like, sometimes it's a long fucking day though, and you're like not hearing what the other person's hearing. You're like, God, like, just like, there's a point where I definitely threw the headphones across the room. So I was like, don't even know what's happening anymore after 8 hours of, going for it. But I think me and Jamie write great together, and I'm always always curious to other ideas and input and whatnot. And if we don't like something that the other one has done or come up with, we'll meet in the middle somehow,
Mhm.
which is how we,
Right.
yeah.
Right. How off this record, I mean, how many songs do you envision you guys are going to inject into a set list? Like, let's say if you got like a 30-minute slot, I mean, is it going to be heavily represented, or are you just going to sneak in one song? I'm wondering how that's going to work.
Like, you mean the new songs?
Yeah,
or?
yeah, the new material
Oh,
off
we've
the new
already
record.
few of the new songs. We've performed 3 of the new songs.
Oh, wow. So it's all you've already worked it in.
Yeah.
And how was that reception? I mean, I'm guessing the fans enjoyed it, but how did it go over with you think with some of the people that maybe weren't so familiar with the band?
They really liked it. Honestly, I think it was great feedback. So yeah, I'm excited for people to like, like, because I think a lot of people were like, what the hell? Because they've heard our set list before and then never heard. Well, we just dropped a couple songs now, but they've never heard this, and it's kind of a different sound.
Mhm.
Like I was, or kind of have a bit more of a like almost like a funk element, and whatnot. So, yeah, no, it was. I was curious too, but it was all smiles. So that's good. Yeah.
What were the 3 tunes you guys crowbarred in there?
It was Hoarfrost, and then not Take a Listen, Mama. We were gonna put out Take a Listen, Mama, but we could only put out 2. But it was Don't Cross Me, Fool was the other one, which are totally different songs, which is kind of why I wanted to put out those 3 in particular, because Don't Cross Me, Fool is a bit more kind of funky sound to it. Bit more like bluesy rock and roll. Then you got Hoarfrost, which is way different, way faster,
Right.
more heavy metal. And then the ballad, and just like those are, I kind of wanted to just show everyone like what we can do, like Yeah. So
Yeah, and I think that's a pretty eclectic representation of the record, right? I
yeah,
mean, yeah, nice. Okay, cool.
up soon though, which is exciting. So yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, how people react, especially because I mean, like writing for Halt, that goth band, is more, the lyrics were kind of more, I mean, kind of more ballady in a sense, but I've never written a ballad for Stainless, so I'm really curious to see how people react to it. So I'm excited.
right. I know you were saying earlier at some point you had gotten through or gotten to a point where you had experienced some writer's block and stuff like that. But leading up to that period of time, I mean, had the lyrics kind of come to you relatively easily, or how did that all work?
Yeah, I mean, like for that one in particular, I had written it on an airplane actually. The chorus came later, but I mean, the way that I feel like I like to write, both Jamie and myself, he usually has something he'll record, send my way, and then I'll have lyrics already, but then I'll just customize it to the song kind of thing, to fit in nicely. So, which doesn't always work out, but yeah, I have so many ideas. I still have lots of ideas for the next record, but there's so much you can,
Yeah, right.
yeah, two of us like,
Yeah. So, so out of the tunes on this particular record, was there a one that maybe took a little longer to refine and to hear, hear it in the version that we hear on the record? I mean, that might have taken a little extra effort to get
I
completed.
even the ballad, there was a point where I was like, fuck. And then we actually fucking ended up calling it for that day, because I was just like, it was starting crazy. But once we got it, it was like, we got it. It was like, hell yeah. And I think it came out great. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was probably the one that you had to step away from a little bit and then revisit and then bang it out.
We used to like singing that kind of stuff for this project either. So it's just like, what the fuck is going on?
Nice.
But I felt great, and yeah, we generally have fun while we record. So I mean, that's kind of, it should be fun, you would hope.
Yeah. Right. Right. Is there a particular artist that we may find somewhat surprising that you're a fan of?
Let's see. David Bowie.
Huh?
Is that a one?
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, if that's, yeah, I mean, we don't necessarily hear that, but yeah, definitely. I mean, that could go in there as far as an
Bowie.
influence for sure.
Since I was a kid, he's always been. I think even just like having the balls to even dress the way he did, because I grew up in Alberta. I never saw anyone look like that, especially a man. Mind you, a woman dressed like that, with glitter in your hair and fucking, big ass heels and shit. I just was mesmerized when I was a kid, and definitely take a lot of my fashion influence from him. Like to dress up. So
yeah.
yeah.
What's your take on the 80s Bowie? I'm just curious.
I mean, I feel like every genre of Bowie, which I think is super cool, because you can't say this for every artist. Every genre of Bowie, he was still always Bowie somehow. Like from Ziggy to the Diamond Dot, it's just like he's still him, and it's like to be able to pull that off, I think is pretty badass,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was just going to say, it just seemed like he was always relevant in whatever decade he was releasing music, right?
Do though, like he owned it, just always owned it. So yeah, I have lots of respect for that.
Nice. All right. Well, this is going to be for We Go to 11. So I'm guessing you're familiar with Spinal Tap. I'm guessing you saw that. You saw Spinal Tap in Canada, right? So, so with Spinal Tap, one of the things is that there's always mishaps. Is there a particular Spinal Tap-esque story that's happened to you either in this band or your previous band or throughout your career that you can share that would fall under that particular category?
Fuck, when I did the Plasmatics cover set, that was I did it twice, but first of all, I'm sick as a dog my first time ever performing. I mean, I have a 12-hour shift. I made it down to the show, and I have a sledgehammer to smash a TV. And my buddy's like, "Oh, I got a sledgehammer, whatever." The sledgehammer's up to here on me, and I'm like, it's massive. I'm just barely fits on the goddamn stage. So that alone, to even pick that up when I'm like sick as hell, was super fun. And the pumpkins that I had, was I smashed a TV and I smashed these pumpkins we carved the Wendio logos into. But they weren't smashing because they were so fucking ripe, but they were just rolling everything and shit. So I ended up just kind of ripping it apart, and they're filled with blood, and I'm all cut up from the TV glass, trying to get these fucking pumpkins open with this a 1,000,000-foot tall sledgehammer. It was, I just pretended I knew what I was doing, and that's kind of just what you got to do. And later, when she did the shaving cream on her tits with the clothespins, which I did, don't recommend doing that at home. It was actually, it was shaving cream, but I thought it was whipped cream. So I go to do it and I shake it and it's fucking melted. And I'm sick. So I'm puking in my mouth because this is coming out all gross. I learned to do that day, mind you.
Well, I think that's a suitable story for a Spinal Tap-esque type moment. Hey, Larissa, you're okay. Anybody that's a Plasmatics, Wendio Williams fan is okay by me. And you've even performed in a cover band, so that's even cooler. I hope to see you guys live at some point here in the near future. Like I said, I'm a fan. I'm a fan. You have a fan here, and I'm sold. So I just need to see you guys live so I can experience that and check out some of the new tunes in the set. So I think did I miss anything? Is there anything else that you want to share that I might have missed?
No, not really. I think we're I feel satisfied.
Hey, I'm okay with that. I'm cool if you're cool. Hey, thank you so much, Larissa. We'll
What?
get this
Thank
passed
you,
along
yeah.
to Dustin, and then he can share it with you, and then hopefully you throw it on your social media, and we'll get the word out, huh?
Awesome. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Yeah, cheers. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.